Hello guys, welcome to lesson 2 of the series, and today I'm going to be using code.org again, and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to use the get text, set text, get number, and set number. But I just have one major thing to go over in this video. Last video, I'm pretty sure I got 1 or 2 hate comments, and they were saying that I provided inaccurate information. So what I want all of you to do right now is go to code.org, open up AppLab. You see that right here, right? And then follow along with me. And if any mistake or anything happens, like, I don't know, but if something like doesn't go wrong, then I want the people that actually sent those hate comments to either send me it on YouTube or reply to my last video on what I did wrong there, because I might not do something wrong on this, but I might have done something wrong on the previous video. So anyways, what I'm going to be teaching you again is how to be using the get text, get number, and set number blocks. And I'm going to be teaching you the purpose and how to actually apply them into your code. So for starters, we're going to be going into design. So the 3 major steps to coding are design, right? Then code, and then you run. So first step is always going to be your design. At least in code.org and other websites or web pages that use so let's just get right into it. So first, I'm going to go into the design. I'm going to drag a button, which is probably all I'm going to be using to teach this lesson. Actually, wait a second. Let me think. Okay, we can use a button. Yeah, we probably should use a button. So I'm going to be using a button, and I'm going to be sending the text to hi, hello. Right? Actually, the text can be subscribe, which is what all of you should be doing right now if you have enjoyed. I spelled it wrong. I'm going to be dragging the button down to the bottom of the screen, right? And then I'm going to go back into the design. I'm going to get a label, and I'm going to drag that label, extend it out a little. I'm going to change the font size to that much. And then what I'm going to do in this label is I'm actually going to do subscribe as well. And also what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be dragging another label, and I'm going to be setting the text to and like. Right, so we're going to be learning how to do it, how to use those blocks. I want to be using them for 2 labels. So first 2 blocks we're going to be using is get text and set text. So what we're going to do, first of all, is we're going to go to on event, right? We're going to select the button 1, and when this button is clicked, right, what we're going to do is we're going to set text in label 1. Wait, no. AF. Sorry, I renamed that. We're going to be setting the text in AF to the text, which I'm going to grab the get text block, and I'm going to insert it into the text area, this text area. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the text from label 2, and I'm going to set that, and then I'm going to take that text and put it in label AF. So now, if I run this code and I click subscribe, this should change, the label 1 should change to and like. I could also obviously reverse that, so I could do label 2, and then I get the text from AF, and what happens is, when I click the button, it will take the text from the label 1 and set it into label 2. I know that E is under, but that's because this label isn't the same size as that one, and that doesn't really matter. Anyways, now we're going to get into the get number and set number. Usually, if we're using numbers, right? So if this was 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, I could use the get text and set text. But if I want to change the number on this, I couldn't put letters from here, right? I couldn't put like an ABC here. So if I go set or get number, right, and I put it here, one sec, I need to delete this block. Yeah, if I put get number here from AF, it won't get the number. It'll give me an error. So, anyways, so what we're going to be doing for the get number and set number is we're actually going to be deleting these labels. And I'm going to add a completely new label, right, with like 1, 2, 3. How about we do like an addition problem? Right, we could do like an addition problem. We could go into code. You can see that there's label 3. We'll do on event, button 1, click, set ID or set text, set number, right? And the ID is in label 3 to get 2. We're going to do like, we could go to the math and we could type 10 plus 100. And now what's going to happen is when I click run and I click subscribe, it's going to give me the answer from 10. It's going to give me the answer to 10 plus 100. Okay, now we're going to learn what we learned for the set text and get text, and we're going to apply it to this. So what I can do is I can go to the label, I can set the text to 1000 or number to 1000, and I can grab the get number, put it on the 0, and I can get the number from, wait, we need another label, right? So we can write, we don't need to write anything in this. So we set the text in label 4 to get number from label 3, and what that's going to do is it's going to take the text or numbers from the label down here or up here and set the number in the label down here, right, to the same number that we're taking from here. So let me just show you. If I click this button, both these numbers will match, right? So those are the purposes of the set number and get number block inputs as well. And when we get into text inputs, right, it's not actually something that you set in the text input. It's something that other users will come and they'll type there, and then you'll store whatever that is, and then you can give a response. So what I'm going to be showing you is when a user types something in this label, we're going to be pulling it out of this label, sending it into the computer, and the computer can add or subtract 2 numbers. So what I can do, just to simplify this, is take one label, or text input, sorry. We could take one text input and another text input and put another text input right beside it, right? And then we could take another label and we could put it a little bit to the right of it and just take all the text out. We could also increase the font size, right, to whatever is necessary. So if I put text 1, yeah, that should be enough. So I could take out the text now. So what we can do now is when I run, I can type in whatever I want in this, right? So that's basically the purpose of the text input. It makes the user to your app able to be typing into your text, into your app, right? So you want someone to type something, or you want like a Google search or a web browser app. You type something in there, right? And they'll go into it'll do something with the text that the user has typed in there. So in this instance, we're going to be adding the top number with the bottom number, and the result will be coming into label 5. So what we want to do is we also want to grab a button because we need a way to calculate or tell our computer that the user has been that the user finished with calculator. Okay, that the user finished typing the labels in. So we could do, right? So we could go on event, right? Button 2, which is this button, is clicked. Set text, right? In label 5 to math, get the plus sign. Get text from text input 1 plus the text, right, from text input 2. And what that's basically going to do is that's going to take the text from this, add it to the text in this, or the number, and it's going to paste it into the label. So when I click run, I go here, I do 10 plus 11, right? Or 111 because I mistyped or misclicked. And I click calculator, it'll add 10 to 111, right? So that was basically the purpose of the math symbol, right? It wasn't actual, if you guys misunderstood me at the start, it wasn't actually to add 10 and 111. It was to put them side by side of 10 and 111. What we'll have to do is we'll actually have to take a get or a set number block, and we'll actually have to get the number. We don't want to get text, because if we get text, the computer thinks that we're classifying the number as a text. This is why the habit of actually writing a get number and a set number is actually good, because get number and set text, because if you don't differentiate the meaning of the text and the number, it might actually interfere with your programming, and the computer might actually think that you're using text. And when usually you can't add text. So what the computer does to your program is it actually takes the text and it puts it side by side. And we showcased that before, what we're going to do right now. So now what we can actually do is we can go to math, we can grab a plus sign, we put it on top of the 0, and then we actually get the numbers this time. And when we get the numbers, the computer knows that what we're doing right now is involving numbers. And when you involve numbers, when you add a number to another number, the number increases instead of just putting the number side by side. So now when I run this, and I click and I put 10 and 111, and I click calculate, it'll give me the correct answer of 121. This is actually done by a computer, so if you guys think that this is not the answer, you should probably go consult your math teacher of why you're getting F's in her class. But anyways, now I have a challenge for all of you. Is I want you to actually make a screen, right? What I want you to put in that screen is addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Basically, I want you to make a calculator. So the design of that calculator is going to... So the design can look somewhat like this. And this can be the simple design. So you just want 2 text inputs, 1 label, and 1 button. 2 text inputs, 1 label, 1 button. Go to screen 2. 2 text inputs, 1 label, 1 button. Right? That's your basic design. Next class, I'm going to be posting the answers, and I'm also going to be teaching you the lesson. Enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications.